Hi, my name is Arthur Nestapulo. I'm the tennis director here at beautiful Portofino Island Resort and Spa on Pensacola Beach, Florida. My typical day here at the resort begins at 6 in the morning. I love coming to work. Who wouldn't? This resort is incredible. The tennis courts, we have 5 beautiful manicured clay hydro courts, the best in the business, and it's a joy just to show up for work. My day begins with me making sure that the courts are ready for play. Specifically, when I get here at 6 in the morning, in order to maintain these clay courts, you have to sweep them, you have to do the lines, there may be algae that needs to be scrubbed around the edges. You may even have to work with the water. There's an underground watering system on the courts, which means that there are considered hydro courts. Instead of watering from the top, they're watering from the underneath. So it's a little tricky. You really have to have some experience understanding clay courts. Once the clay courts and the facility is ready, we begin our lesson programs. We get the balls ready, we bring them out, we check in the players, we organize them, maybe according to age or levels or whatever. We put them on the court, we make sure of safety, we make sure that they have fun, that we're delivering what they want. You know, a lot of times players may not want to be the #1 player in the world. They maybe just want to come out and have a good time on the tennis court. After about 3 hours of that, we take a little break. I speak to my staff, maybe make a few phone calls, emails, and then we come back in the afternoon, basically doing the same thing. The day typically ends around 6 at night, maybe 7, depending on what we have going on, and it's a 7-day-a-week work week. In order to become a tennis director at a resort such as this, most resorts, most top quality tennis facilities require that the tennis director have a college education, of course, and has had some high competitive playing experience in the past. Not only does this bring credibility, but the tennis director can relate to high-level students as well as understand competition and other situations. For instance, myself, I grew up as a top junior in South Carolina and later became an All-American at University of South Carolina and played Davis Cup for Greece. Some of the larger tournaments that I participated in were the French Open, the U.S. Open, and the Italian Open. I played some top competition. I played John McEnroe. I played exhibitions with Andre Agassi, Jennifer Capriati, Martina Navratilova, Vitas Gerulaitis, and others. And to me, that, along with my years of being a tennis director, over 25 years as tennis director at various facilities throughout the South, has enabled me to gain the experience to be able to run a top-notch tennis program here at Portofino Island Resort. The best part of my position that I love so much is I'm doing what I love to do. And I love to do what I'm doing, so I've got the best job of anybody. It's a lot entailed. You know, you have to be able to string rackets. Be able to organize groups. Be able to bring groups into Portofino if needed. But to me, that's all fun. It's bringing fun to the tennis and fun to the people that come in. So it's a joy to come up to Portofino every day and do what I do. Probably the worst part about the position is when it rains, because players aren't able to play and they're not sure how long it's going to be before the courts are dry. Or we may have an event and it kind of makes it more difficult as far as that event goes. Something that maybe people don't understand about a tennis director is that the hours and the days are a little bit different than your regular position. We don't work the Monday through Fridays 9 to 5. You know, I may be here from 6 to 12, and then again from 3 to 8 o'clock tonight. Also the weekends and also the holidays, you will definitely be participating or checking in to make sure that everything's ready to go. But I love it. if you're looking to get into become a tennis director, some of the things you can do is start off and improve your tennis game. You definitely want to have a good enough tennis game to where you can go out and hit comfortably with good tennis players. You need to have a tremendous amount of knowledge on safety, on how to make it fun, different drills and that type of thing. I think you need to start with some working under someone and having them train you. It takes a lot of training. It takes a lot of experience to be able to put the whole package together. For me, it probably took me 10 years to really feel comfortable in an environment to where I feel like I could do pretty much anything in this business. I've had playing background, I've had teaching background, I've had directing background, I've had pro shop background, stringer background, all kinds of background, running tournaments, running events, running adult clinics, running tennis camps with over 80 kids a week in tennis camps. The players, the instructors that have done well under me have started under me and then went on to get as much education as they could through maybe traveling to conventions or reading books or asking other pros or that type of thing. But it's a lot more involved than people realize, and I think only through experience and enthusiasm and want to learn and being motivated is the way you're going to be successful in this business. If you're doing it strictly for financial, that's not a good enough reason for me. You have to do it for the passion of it. You have to want to help people. You have to want to help facilities. And to me, that's what it's all about.